If you want to know what an abundant mindset is, maybe the first step that we should start with is to ask, what is abundance? I don't want you to think of abundance in having more stuff. That's not the essence of the video. The essence of this is to share with you that if you have greater access to abundant energy, to an abundant mindset, that you can achieve those things which you want to achieve in the quantities that you want to achieve it. One of the other things I'm going to ask is that we don't compare ourselves to others. The moment we start to compare ourselves to others, we leave abundance and we start living in scarcity. You know, the fake gurus, they want you to measure your success based on cars and clothes and jewelry. None of these things, by the way, are a measure of abundance. All of them are in limited resources. So how could they be abundant, right? So you're trying to hoard. I want to get that car because it's a limited edition and I have the only one. Now, it's super cool if you can do that, but you want to make sure that your mindset isn't because you're working on scarcity. Marketing is about attaching pain and scarcity to help you make a decision. Hold on a second. You mean marketing is designed to tap into your scarcity? Yes, it is. And the challenge with that is that it puts you as an entrepreneur in a continuous state of scarcity mindset where you never think there's enough, so you have to try all the time to get it, and you're a hamster on a wheel, running, spinning, getting nowhere. That's what the fake gurus are doing to you. All these things are abundant. There will always be a newer, cooler car. You don't have to have that one right now if you need the money to actually drive your company forward. Or if that car is going to dilute from your time, or that house, or that jewelry, or that hobby. It will be there when you've completed your task, and you just have to believe in the abundance of those things so that you're never chasing those things. They'll always be there, and you don't even have to have them to be happy. Isn't that an ideal concept? So, today we're going to start with what is abundance and what should it mean to you? Is having abundance actually having more than you actually need? Or is it having access to what you need at any given time? I know it's a little trippy, has not a lot to do with marketing, but it has everything to do with marketing. Your mindset is where it all starts. Having an abundant mindset and understanding how to access resources, how to access energy, how to access talent, understanding there's an abundance available to you so that you can accomplish those things that you set out to. I think it's going to change your life, but I know it'll change your business. I love to call this seeing abundance. What you see, everything becomes abundant. There's plenty of books, there's plenty of resources, there's plenty of talent, there's plenty of time, there's plenty of money. Seeing abundance, and then we look towards thinking abundantly. Thinking abundantly, changing our thoughts so that we're articulating everything with an abundance mindset. What's the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire? I mean, they're both in the top 1%. A millionaire by today's definition or standard is someone who has a net worth of roughly $5 million. A billionaire is someone who has a net worth of over $1 billion. What separates them? Would we say that the millionaire is not thinking abundantly? Would we share that the millionaire is living in scarcity? We don't have to define ourselves just by money alone. The key is understanding that it's not $995 million that separates these two. In actuality, nothing might separate them, except for opportunity and process applied at the right given time. That's the difference between having a billion and just having millions. Some people hit abundance and are abundant thinkers, and they don't have to amass millions of dollars. They have abundance in everything that they do. They have an abundance of love, an abundance of health, an abundance of energy, an abundant relationship with their family. And they're passionate and have an abundance of passion based on what they do because they love it. What I'm sharing with you is the goal that the gurus keep trying to feed us, is that we need more homes, more stuff, more things, more money to prove that we're abundant thinkers. But I hold them accountable to this. You can have a lot of money and still live in scarcity. As a matter of fact, the hoarding of money actually puts you in a scarcity mindset because you don't believe you're able to access it at any given time. So you feel you have to own it. Think that through. You see, what I'm sharing with you today is how you can go out and really understand your business and take it to the next level by changing small things in your tonations, in your definitions, in the way you're describing things so that you can access anything you want at any given time. It's not the law of attraction, it's the law of the world. And it's about time you understood that and applied it. Mother Teresa sums it up like this. When we're talking about abundance, she says this one thing, and I think it's super powerful. Your true power is most accurately measured by how you treat those who can do nothing for you. Straight up abundance thinking, guys. Your true power is actually measured by how you treat those who can do nothing for you. What does that mean? That means that abundance exists in your mind when you can give it away expecting nothing. That is the abundant mindset. And Mother Teresa, you nailed it. So again, let's drive this home. Being abundant, it's not about acquiring more, it's about understanding that more is always available. That's the mindset. It changes everything, man. I just can't even find the words. It's just so powerful. It changes everything. But you have to believe that you have more than enough. And in order to do this, you have to stop focusing on what you don't have and focus on everything that you do have so that you can draw more to you. If you fill a cup up, you start to put in, here's a little doubt, here's a little more doubt, here's a little skepticism, here's a little reality, which is just doubt and skepticism mixed up into a new word, right? All that you're going to do is push out the opportunity for anything to come into the cup. Well, your heart, your mind, although it can expand and it is infinitely abundant, your ability to love, but your ability to love when it's black, there's like a clog in the artery, right? And that's doubt, that's skepticism, that's frustration. Those are the things that are keeping you away from having an abundant amount of energy that can allow you to accomplish anything you want. Mother Teresa knew it, so she said, just give it away, man. And when you expect nothing in return, that's when you're abundant. So are you displaying faith in the outcome, whatever it is that you're seeking, because it's going to help more people, because it's going to save lives, because it's going to inspire, because it's going to motivate, because it's going to give permission to others to do the same thing, to chase their dreams. You see, when your dream is filled with all this abundance, it says, I don't have to have the tallest building. There can be a lot of tall buildings in my city. It doesn't matter. When your dream is filled with the abundance of others, that's when you succeed. So let's go through the cost of scarcity. And I touched on this in a video, and I really want to deep dive into it because it's crazy, right? Most people who are scarcity driven are going to hire people who aren't as good as them because they want to believe that their knowledge is the all-powerful knowledge. But when you start to believe that, when you believe your own, press, when you think that you're the only genius in the room, or you're the smartest person, or you're coming in and you're dominating the energy, it doesn't give you the opportunity to draw good things to you. So you're not going to get out of that the goodness, the power, the excellence, the championship DNA, because nobody wants to play in your sandbox, man. So if you want to become abundant, you got to go out there and you've got to give to people. You've got to give them room, give them space to be themselves, to accomplish something. You've got to be able to say, hey man, I'm happy to attach your name to it. Hey, I want you to be part of this purpose because the purpose is bigger than the person. That's abundant mindset. Now, Scarcity thinking is, well, I'm the only one who knows the purpose and I'm the best one to get us there and I can do it all by myself. That's scarcity mindset. That means you don't believe in the abundance around you. You're going to keep running into problems. You're going to run out of energy because you can't run the race all by yourself, because it's not a race, it's a journey. And on that journey, you're going to need help, guys. You're going to need resources. A scarcity mindset might say, why me? Or what's wrong with this? Or how is this always happening? That's scarcity, man. It's not abundance. In a few minutes, I'm going to give you how to change those, how to flip from scarcity to abundance. When you can recognize, here's the great news, when you recognize the scarcity that's within you, it's literally 180 degrees to abundance. Inverting your negative self-talk into your positive self-talk will crush it for you. You're going to change those words and you're going to start to implement them daily, and everything's going to start to change. It's incredibly fast. So we know abundance is not measured in things and stuff. It's measured in mindset and the understanding that everything expands and everything is here to be shared and to be nurtured, and it's here in abundance. It's here, it means there's a lot of it, and I don't have to own it. I can access it at any time. Abundant mindset is being able to understand and believe and have faith in the fact that you can access these things anytime you want. So you're not trying to acquire them, you just need access to them, and then you can give them back to the universe so someone else can access them, because you can have them anytime you want. You see what I'm saying? So that's the abundant mindset. The scarcity driven mindset is, I have to own this, I have to dominate this, I'm the only one who can do it. Imagine that. You're not the only one who can do it. As a matter of fact, you can't do it by yourself. So you have to attract the right team. And you have to believe that if someone else got great talent, you can find great talent too. You see, that's the beauty of it. And when you have an abundant mindset instead of the scarcity-driven mindset, you give all the people around you permission and example to be abundant in their thinking. They will go hire people who are better than them. They will draw to them the resources necessary to fulfill at the highest level the project in front of them, to get the company to the next level, to get the mission to move forward. You see, your belief in abundance inspires other people's belief in abundance. You create an abundant culture. That's what's happening. So let's talk about how you can start to nurture that and move that forward right now. Hope you're up for it. These are the 3 keys to abundance: focus, declaration, and action. Focusing on the things that are necessary, inspiration, examples. Those are the things that you should absolutely be looking to drive into your vocabulary on a daily basis. What's the opportunity? What's the inspiration? What are the examples? Right? The more examples you can find, the more abundant the opportunity is. The more inspiration you can find, the more abundant the opportunity is. The more opportunities are available, the more abundant things are. Some other things that I want you to really, really key in on, because this is part of your focus, turning the I wants into the I wills. You see, everybody says they want something. Of course you want to be rich. Will you be rich? I will be rich versus I want to be rich. I will be faithful. I will have a strong marriage. I will be a great father. I will be a great husband. I will be a great wife. I will be a great mother. Is different than I'd like to be a great mother. Well, I'd like to implies you're still searching because you can't find it. I will implies your dedication to the craft. One speaks of scarcity, one speaks of abundance. One speaks of it's hard to find, the other puts it in front of you. Turn I wants into I wills. The next thing is turn the I'm trying into I am doing. Kids try to do something and they get praised for it, right? We give them participation trophies. You tried to play soccer, yay, that's so awesome. Here's a participation trophy. Your team came in last. It's okay. There's plenty of trophies to go around. That's not teaching your children abundance, because they didn't tap into their own abundance of strength, energy, focus, commitment, determination. They didn't practice enough to move they're just getting it. They're moving the dial because you're moving it for them, and you're not even moving it for them. You're just telling them that it moved and it didn't. So I want you to change I want into I will. I want you to change I am trying into I am doing. right? I want into I will, I'll try into I'll do or am doing. If you change that in your focus, everything's going to be changing. So now we're talking about your focus and your declaration. You've declared that you will do something. You've declared that you're doing something, right? So you deepen every day, you're deepening that declaration. You're focused on it. You're changing the words so that you're drawing more to you. Instead of creating a lack of resources, you're creating an abundance of resources. Those are the two places to start. Let's go a little deeper. Your habits and actions are going to be based on the emotions that you bring to the table. Are you happy? Are you sad? What are you doing to change your physiology every day? And when are you integrating these ideas into your language patterns and self-talk? Everybody knows it. Everybody's heard of it. But you got to get out there every morning. You got to start with great self-talk, right? You've got to start with, man, this is going to be a great day. Hey, Peter Anthony, how are you? Man, I'm extraordinary. How are you today? I'm strong and blessed and highly favored, brother. That's how I am today. So you want to get to the point where you're sharing these abundant thoughts. They're the first things out of your mouth. In order for them to be the first things out of your mouth, you might want to start your day. You can consider this. You start your day, journal a little bit, walk a little bit, repeat this a little bit. Think of the abundance that's surrounding you. Give yourself, hey man, what are my 10 options to get what I want? What are the 10 things I can do? Maybe you come up with 7. It was more than one. And maybe if you were only thinking of one, you needed 2 because the one might not work, but you need an abundance of them so that you continuously can move forward, because that goes from I'm trying to I'm doing. I hope that's making sense to you, because your goal is to move the dial from I'm trying, right, which is just give me a participation trophy, to I'm doing actually what is necessary to become who I've declared myself to be. Les Brown has quoted this, and I love it. Don't let the opinions of others become your reality. Don't let other people's opinions become your reality. Your reality is dictated inside of you, so if you can expand upon your reality, it doesn't matter what other people think. But if it doesn't matter what they think, then it doesn't matter when they praise you. You see, that's the trick. It's a slippery slope. People love the praise, they hate the criticism. Right? So, I'm not going to let your opinion dictate my outcome. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so humbled for this award. Hold on a second. You're humbled for the award, but you didn't believe the naysayers. So you're only so you're still not living in abundance, man. You're searching for the scarcity of the accolade instead of saying, man, I'm doing this because it means something to me. And if you get inspiration out of it, man, I'm grateful. But I'm not doing it for the inspiration. I'm not going out there to win an Academy Award so I can say I'm an Academy Award winning actor. I'm going out to give my best performance to inspire the most amount of people. And if that gets noticed by my peers, I'm grateful. If it doesn't, I'm going to go out tomorrow. I'm going to try to inspire more people through my performance. Hope this is making sense to you. So you want to focus. You want to declare, and then you want to take action. You want to start to put these things into action in your mind. So there's 2 things that you should be doing every day. I know it's only 2 things, the hardest things to do, but I'm going to challenge you to do them. Just do them for 30 days. Your life will change. I promise. 30 days, life will change. 1, journal every day exactly the abundance that's surrounding you. Man, I'm being filled with ideas. Every day I'm searching for more and more ideas. Every day I'm finding more and more ideas. It's even better than searching. Every day I'm finding new ideas. I'm finding new ways to be inspired. I'm finding new ways to move forward. I'm finding more and more examples of other people who've done what I've done. I'm finding more resources to do what I want every day. So you write that down. Every day you're going to take from mind to heart, right? From your mind, put it in your heart, you make your declaration, you write it out every day, and you write how you're going to support that declaration. So that's the first simple part, right? And you got to verbally say it. So writing it down is one thing, then you got to verbally declare it. You got to do it. Put on some headphones, listen to some music, take a walk, 10 or 15 minutes. They're not called incantations, they're called declarations. An incantation, useless. Declarations, powerful. What do you declare? You are, not becoming. I am not becoming something, I am something, and it shines brighter daily. It's different than I like to try to do something. I am this, and it shines brighter daily. Every day I'm driven with purpose and passion. I'm on a mission so that I can move forward with confidence, so that I can inspire confidence of others to move forward with me. Focus. Focus on the things that you can change in your verbalization and your self-talk. Focus. Start changing them. I will. I want to. I will. I try to. I do. Right? Those two things. Big things, right? Looking for opportunity instead of resistance, right? You're looking for passion instead of frustration. Those are easy. Not really, but they are easy, right? Then you're going to move to declaration. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing, right? You're going to declare it to yourself and to the world. Public declaration, by the way, is much more powerful than just personal alone, but personal is where it starts. So go declare it. Tell the world who you are, not who you want to be. Tell the world who you are. And if you're not where you want to be in who you are, then do the work, right? But don't live in scarcity. So you're going to get this, right? It's like boom, 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 right? Your mindset's slowly changing. Then the next thing you're going to do, that's super important. How do you support all this? You've got the focus. You made the declaration. You're taking the action. Well, now you need to support it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's three things. You need the books, the tools, and the mentors. I started with the books. I read over 2,000 books over an 11-year period of time. I got rid of television. I put IKEA Billy shelves in my apartment empty, and I said, I will not buy a TV until these shelves are full. I think I had 6 cabinets that were 6 feet high each, and I filled them up, thousands of books. Read 2 or 3 books a week, right? I was absorbing all the opportunity and potential around me, right? So I filled my mind. Then I found the tools that were necessary. What were the tools? Journaling was a huge, huge tool in my life at one point, and it still is, but in my creation, it was massively important, right? Daily journaling, that was a pen and paper. Those were the 2 tools I needed. Now, we're doing things like videos, which is even a bigger declaration, right? It's interesting, right? How things shift, right? Because I can see myself. I have to listen to myself. I'm like, did I mean that statement? Could I expand upon it? Could I share it more passionately? Is there something I can give you that will make more sense to you? So that's what I do. Started with the books, then I got some tools, then I started getting really cool calendars and computers. I got myself a laptop when they were super expensive. I computerized my business in 1989 when no one was doing that, right? Especially in the beauty industry. So I was going out, I was getting the tools necessary, right? So I was finding the inspiration in books, then acquiring tools to support my ideas. Right? So first I wanted to acquire knowledge, to see that knowledge was there, to see other people who'd succeeded, so that I can live in that abundance. If he can succeed, and she can succeed, and they can succeed, so might I. Boom. Start changing my language, right? Through focus. I started focusing on the right language. I made a public declaration. I said, I will do this, and I did it. I crushed it, baby. I said, I will be a millionaire before I'm 30. Was a millionaire by the time I was 27 years old. I said, I will win Salon of the Year. I did in 1996 or 7, right? I said, I will be a multi-award winner. I will be on the cover of a magazine. I didn't think that it would be nice. I want to be, of course, I want my work to be on the cover of magazines, right? And then all of a sudden, other accolades started coming to me. Then not my work, then me. Then I was on the cover of a magazine. Then I wrote a book. Then I wrote another book. Then I wrote another book, right? It didn't matter if people bought them. I wrote them. Then people started buying some of my books. I was like, that's cool. Well, maybe I should write better books, right? Because I was just trying to get to check it off the list so that I could do it, right? So what I'm sharing with you is you're going to go through this process. Now, the first path I chose, I'll be honest with you, I was in the beauty industry. That's not the path to a billionaire. Yes, there are a couple of people in the beauty industry who became billionaires. Vidal Sassoon, by the way, was not one of them, but he probably had the greatest impact on the modern beauty industry. But he wasn't one of the billionaires. Jean-Paul DeJoria is a billionaire, but most of his billions didn't come from Paul Mitchell. He was an astute investor. You see, I chose a path where I could be successful, but I wasn't going to move towards billionaire. Highly unlikely. That was okay because it made me happy in that moment. As I started to move forward, I said, man, you know, what I'm looking for isn't to be $100 million earner. It's to have enough money that every day I can do the things that I want without frustration, without pain, and without being afraid. I'm never afraid to hand my credit card to somebody and pick up the tab for 15 people because I know it'll clear. That to me is living in abundance, right? I can take whomever I want out. I can go wherever I want in the world. I can show up. I can stay in the best places. I don't have to fly my own jet to feel abundant. Although when I fly private, I like it. I enjoy it, but it's not part of my mission. For someone else, it might be part of their mission. It's not part of Warren Buffett's mission, but he does it anyway because it makes his mission more efficient. I want to say that. The things that make your mission more efficient are the things that you might want to gravitate towards. But they don't have to be part of your mission because they're accolades that other people say, oh, you're so cool because you fly private. Well, you know, there's a million other things you can do with that money if you choose to. If I can help you become happier because you're no longer searching for something that you can't have or because you didn't define it properly. If I can allow you to say, man, what an incredible opportunity I have to be an incredible person. You could be the best pastor in the world and not ever be a millionaire. You could be the greatest hairdresser in the world and not ever be a millionaire. You could be the greatest engineer and not be a millionaire. You could be so many things and never get to $1 million status. You never hit the 1% of the finances. But the important 1% is what matters. The fruit of our labor, the fruit of our passion doesn't have to be money, cars, jewelry, and stature. So understand the difference between scarcity and abundance. Define abundance as something that makes sense to you. Seek it by giving to others without expectation, by having faith that because the smallest amount of faith grows, the smallest amount of faith moves mountains. Have that. Then focus, put in the right effort, put in the right energy, change the verbalization from the I wants to the I wills. Change the verbalization from I try to I do. Change that. That changes the perception in here. Declare publicly who you are, what you stand for, and then take action upon that daily by writing and declaring and empowering yourself. Then find the tools, the books, the tools, and the mentors. First, I started with books. Then I started embracing some tools. I did a long distance mentorship, which means I did seminars and group coaching. And then as my finances grew, as I became more committed, I found the one-on-one mentors that changed my life. So that's it, man. That's the abundance mindset. I know it's trippy, it's not easy, but it's easy. You can do this. You deserve this. I'm giving you permission to go out and change a few things to get everything. I love you guys.